Today on the productivity hack, we're looking at eat the frog concept. It's a powerful concept that plays a lot of, that can bring a lot of impact in our psychology and how we approach difficult tasks or tasks that we see them as difficult, right? Or tasks that the process, you can get it done actually, but the process to get it done is not easy. It can bring you pain and discomfort. So you get to always avoid that kind of task because you are not willing to go through that particular process. You get the concept? So this is where the productivity hack of eating the frog comes in. So you always activate this. It plays more in your psychology when you just push your mind that, hey, I'm going to eat the frog. Let's look at deeply what this concept means. Step one is for you to identify your most challenging task, and that's what is called the frog. You know how ugly the frog is, right? But you must eat it. Imagine that your arm robbers catch you and they put a gun on your head and they say, eat the frog or take the bullet. Which one will you do? Leave me a message in the chat box. Eat the frog or we shoot you. Which one will you take? Will you prefer the gun or eat the frog? Leave me a message in the chat box. I want to see. Leave me a message in the chat box. Will you prefer the gun or eat the frog? Will you prefer to die or eat the frog? Somebody said I will happily eat the frog. Exactly. Now, look at the frog as your task, and then look at the gun as your destiny. Look at failure. Look at you being a failed person in life as the gun, because when you don't accomplish certain tasks, you can procrastinate your success and you may end up being a failure. Okay, so either you eat the frog and get the job done, or you don't eat the frog and you die. And dying here means that you procrastinate your success. You procrastinate your purpose manifestation. You procrastinate your destiny manifestation. Or you're at work, you procrastinate, and you can get your boss shouting at you. Or your boss shouts at you, nothing may happen at that time, but your boss keeps you in his heart or in her heart. And that can lead to maybe there's a promotion tomorrow or something tomorrow. They may not trust you because you are not good at finishing tasks or getting things done on time, right? So step one, identify your most challenging task. Okay, I use this a lot when I have a task to do, which is challenging. I don't feel like doing it because of the difficult process to go through. Right? Like let's say we're growing up, for example, we used to go to the farm after school. When you're leaving school, you're already so angry, but you must go to the farm. The farm is the frog. You don't want to go to the farm because the process of going to the farm and walking and carrying things is so difficult. That's a challenging task, but you have to eat that frog, because if you don't eat it, you and your father or your mother will wear one trouser, and that your own has come, right? So identify that most challenging task, which is called the frog. Number two, create a dedicated time in the morning for this task and cut out all distractions. Yes, eating the frog is strongly recommended for you to work on it in the morning. If you're a worker, it's the first task you should do in the morning when you get to the office, maybe between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., whatever time. But eating the frog is encouraged for you to dedicate time for it in the morning. Or if it's something you can do at home with your laptop or whatever tool that you made, you can dedicate time to do it 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., depending on your schedule, right? May I do a lot of my eating of the frog between 3 a.m., sometimes 2 a.m., or sometimes I stay, sometimes I can even sleep early and then I wake up at 12 a.m. and I work in it throughout the next morning, depending on the task. Because when you're working on a difficult task, your mind needs to be very clear. That's why it's recommended highly in the morning. Okay, of course, there's nothing wrong eating the frog in the afternoon. There's nothing wrong eating the frog in the evening. It all depends on you, the environment, the circumstances, and your dedication. That's step 2, create a dedicated time in the morning. Step 3, complete the first thing in the morning. This is where the actual eating happens. Now, complete the task, discipline yourself, and eat the frog. You understand? Yes, this way you just eat the frog and avoid the gunshot. Eat the frog and avoid procrastinating. As I said, as I see there, I said, don't be a coward. Do not procrastinate. Be a winner. Discipline yourself. When you procrastinate, you are a coward. When you discipline yourself to eat the frog and do the difficult task, you are a winner. You have this winning attitude, this winning mentality, this winning personality that you can practice. Okay? So you need to eat the frog, because you need to look at the consequences of not eating the frog. Because if you're at gunpoint, it's either you eat the frog and not die, or you refuse to eat the frog and you die. It's same for your task. There are some tasks that if you don't do by the end of the month, it can lead to trouble in your office. There are some tasks that if you don't do as an entrepreneur, it can lead to problem between you and your customer, maybe who is a high-paying customer. So there are some customers that are high-paying customers and they're regular customers, or customers who practice repeat and regular purchase. You need to always eat the frog, even all customers, because customers are the lifeline of your business. If people are not buying from you, you do not have a business. So it's your job that, as far as your customers are concerned, when they give you a task, they give you a command, or they give you an order, or whatever you need to do, no matter how difficult the process is to go through to create, produce, package, and deliver that order, you need to be a winner and eat the frog, complete the task first thing in the morning, and avoid having back and forth arguments with the customers because of delays. Because when you do that, it can lead to the death of your business. Your business can die because customers can start giving bad reviews. Customers can start getting angry. They may go and buy from somewhere else. And if cash is not entering the business, it is not good. Same for you in the office. If you keep on doing only easy things, you think that your boss is not noticing. He's noticing. And in a standard environment, only people who complete hard tasks and get things done, whether even hard or easy, are people who get promoted, people who get celebrated, people who get acknowledged, both in public and in private, people who get in the good books of the founder or the CEO, whoever. Because no matter how no matter how evil, that's some of you work with some boss that are very evil or very wicked or whatever, in their hearts, they know that, hey, you see, you are good. This person is good. They get things done. They get the hard things done. They go through the process. They follow through. And that's what real leadership is all about as a corporate professional. Okay? So you need, it's about identify that difficult task, create time for it, and eat it. Because there are consequences if you don't eat it. As simple as that. If you don't eat the ugly food, there are consequences. So there are this particular eat the frog concept is important, because you see people always doing easy things, and that's why there are some people that their life is hard, because they avoid eating the frog. They avoid doing difficult tasks. They focus on easy things. They do funny things around here and there, and they avoid the main difficult tasks that they are supposed to do that can contribute to their rising in life. And that's why many people end up having difficult lives and difficult careers or struggling businesses, because they're always rotating around doing easy things and they avoid the hard things to do. So you need to be careful when you notice that you always like to do only easy things. Like, for example, your finances. If you always find it difficult to save money, and discipline yourself not to spend that money, and you find yourself always doing the easy thing of spending money, spending, and buying things that you don't need to impress people who don't care about you, you always have a hard life financially. You see? Or if you don't discipline yourself to keep on growing your value and being a productive employee or growing as an entrepreneur, it's going to hurt your finances tomorrow. Because since you're avoiding to read books, you're avoiding to wake up early and go through coaching and mentorship or whatever that you can do to build your capacity and all of that, your finances are going to struggle. Because your finances only grow when your value grows. Like, for example, in my business, one of my policies is as the business is growing, we need to grow the salaries of the employees. We need to invest in them. We need to see the best we can do to see that people work for you, they're taken care of. It's intentional because there should be that process. There should be that balanced process as far as that is concerned. Because if people are putting in their best, it's just good that they should be rewarded as we are experiencing the growth that we are looking at. Okay, so when you don't eat the frog, you're a coward. When you procrastinate and avoid doing hard things or completing challenging tasks as a professional or an entrepreneur, you're a coward. But when you discipline yourself and eat the frog, you discipline yourself and do hard things, you're a winner. And when you begin to do hard things, you begin to have an easy life. You begin to have that easy life that can contribute a lot to your overall success. Number 4, after eating the frog, eat your favorite meal as reward after eating the frog. All right. People are going to like this one. Yes. When you have finished that task, you can give yourself a good meal. You can give yourself a good task. You can give yourself a good gift, whatever you want to do, but reward yourself. Okay? Yes. After eating the frog, reward yourself. Maybe there's this difficult task that you're taking 2 days to work on it. Reward yourself. All right? Yeah. You see, this reminds me of something I have in my heart to do for the team. So for my manager, there's been a task that we're working on it day and night, right? So I'm like, I'm going to give her a special gift when we successfully achieve that task, right? I need to reward her because I've seen the hard work that she's doing. It's a difficult process that I've been like for how many months today, right? You need to reward that because when you go through, when you do hard things to go through a difficult process and all of that, it can, you're tired brain-wise, you're tired in your mind, you're tired in your body, a lot of things happen, but you have to just do it because it's your job. It's your responsibility as a leader, it's your responsibility as an entrepreneur, it's your responsibility as a corporate. You just need to reward yourself, okay? And it's very good because reward builds up dopamine. Reward increases internal motivation. Reward inspire people and it can make you believe in yourself. It can make somebody you are rewarding to believe and see, because acknowledgement is very powerful. That's why even when somebody just tells you thank you, or somebody tells you well done, somebody tells you great work, you always feel something different, especially somebody who you look up to, right? Or somebody who inspires you. When you do something where they say, oh, great job, you always feel, even if it's not a financial reward, but you feel different. You feel empowered. You feel confident. You feel that, oh, you see, I'm growing, I'm mature, and all of that. But of course, it's more powerful when reward comes with substance. It could be just a small gift of $10, 5,000, then whatever you can give, that's a sign that, hey, you see, I acknowledge that you ate the frog. I acknowledge that you went through to do the hard things to achieve the goal that we need, or that your business needs or your career needs for you to succeed. There are many people stranded mental-wise. They cannot think well. They have low information. They cannot command a certain level of intelligence because they don't eat the frog to read the book. You see, because reading a book is hard. Just sitting in one place and concentrating. Many people don't know how to do that, except for a few people who have grown in that habit where they enjoy doing it. You see, but if you successfully finish one book, eating, which is to you could be eating the frog, because somebody like me reading a book is no longer eating the frog. It's an easy thing to do. It's a daily, in short, it's a ritual. It's part of my, it's a normal routine to read and to spend time to grow and to question things, to analyze and do research. You see? And that's one thing about eating the frog consistently. Certain things now grow and they become a routine, a habitual thing for you, which you no longer see as difficult. It now becomes easy because you have entered a state of flow. You have entered a state of consistent practice, which now becomes easy for you. Okay? So you can eat your favorite meal, reward yourself after eating the frog, and celebrate yourself for the great work. And then step 5, repeat the process, because you will always have hard things to do in your career. There is no day, as long as you are a professional, as long as you are working, as long as you run a business, you always have, that's always feel like, oh, I just want to give me up there. I want to ask you, so where do you want to give up now here and go there where there's no difficulty? No, there's difficulty everywhere, in America, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa. People have difficulties in different dimensions. So the best way to win at life is to be okay at eating the frog and repeating the process. That's how you win. That's how you make your life easy. That's why I like the quote, when you keep on doing hard things, you make your life easy. When you keep on doing easy things, you make your life hard. So repeat the process of always eating the frog. Repeat the process of always doing hard things. If you have a hard task every morning for 30 days, keep on doing, repeat the process until, and that's how you make your life easy. I can say that many things are easy in my life because of the hard things I used to do. And I used to do mostly unconsciously because I was too ambitious or too driven, or I built my self-discipline to that dimension. But I know that, hey, any task on my table, I need to get on with it immediately, because I know I am doing it. I'm doing the hard thing today, so my life can be easy tomorrow. So repeat the process. Stop running away from challenges and difficulties. Stop running away from hard things. You see somebody resigning from a job or just doing something, go and say that work of a hard year, and then they go sit in the house doing nothing basically. Or they start a business, they're facing difficulties, they just stop it, and then they say, no, that business is too difficult. I'm looking at, there's no easy business on earth. If you see anybody doing something and it's very easy, the secret is not easy. No, the secret is they have mastered to do hard things in that business. Have you noticed that? Wait, let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed that you look at something that somebody is doing, you say, this thing looks very easy. Then you go and try it. Before you see that it's not as easy as you thought. Anybody ever tried that here? Have you tried to copy somebody because you felt that what they're doing is easy? And then when you started the process, when you understood that it was not easy, leave me a message in the chat box. Have you ever tried that? Have you ever experienced something like that? Yes. From the outside, you feel like, hey, no, this thing is very easy, very easy. Let me go and do this business. Let me go and do this. Let me go and do this. Wait, go and enter there first. And then forget whatever you see that someone is doing easy, forget. What has happened is they have conquered. They have developed the attitude and the mindset, right? They have developed the attitude and the mindset to always conquer the hard things in that things. Now, people on the outside now look at it and feel it is easy. Now they jump and enter before they realize that, oh, it's not easy. Oh. That's why there's some people who sit and say, no, I want to work for that company. I want to go and work for that company. Forget, you're missing on the outside. Yes, it's good. But the difference is they have grown. Right? Like you may say, oh, see, it's so nice to work with I can say it because I work in corporate, I do corporate consulting. I know things about different companies in Cameroon and across Africa. So I want to work with MPN, I want to work with UBA, I want to work with this, I want to work with that. When you get closer, oh my goodness, before you see that, no, these things come in different dimensions and powers. No, the secret is people have conquered. People have mastered how to do hard things. The same like this training that I do. Don't look at Jeff is always doing training and having nice presentations and having here. Before you go and sit now and try to do your own PowerPoint presentation, only PowerPoint, only to bring out a PowerPoint. You will say, wait, you can even bring out a nice looking PowerPoint first. Then I realize that, it's not that easy. No, it looks easy from my end because I have conquered. I have built my mentality, my ability to conquer the hard things in the process of my path. When you now look from the outside, you feel that it is easy. That's why the grass is always greener on the other side. Do you know why? Because the person on the other side is watering the grass and taking care of it and pruning it. You only see it when it's green. You are not seeing when he's watering and pruning it. Now, when you cross on the other side, when it now grows, when you don't have the capacity and the mindset to water and prune, you now say life is difficult. Are you guys getting me? So be careful how you do certain things. That's why there are many Africans in America who are failures. Oh yes, I have seen them. Some living under the bridge, some living in funny cars. It's because you don't see that on TV. America brands their country to be so nice, only so many beautiful things. Forget. So the poorest people on earth are in America. And it's not because they cannot succeed. It's because they have not mastered the art of doing the hard things. Some don't just know how to eat the frog of studying and become good so they can feed themselves in the economy. So repeat the process. I always speak to people who feel like running when there's a challenge. Because I'm like, when you go somewhere else, you see, the challenge them may be worse than where you're coming from. You have no idea. Like my pastor friend was sharing with me how one of his assistant pastors left from the church because he felt that in another church, in another denomination, they were treating him well and all of that. Meanwhile, here where he was in the church, they were giving him a monthly salary of 50K, paying his house rent and giving other things. And he basically not going to any expense. So he felt that when he goes there, he's going. So he now left the church and like what they call rebellion in church, and then went to a different church and then stayed for 3 months. They're not able to give him anything. Now he's begging to come back. He's begging to come back. And I've seen many things happen like that. I've seen many things happen. Even in relationships, even in marriages. You see, a married woman, a married man will leave the husband or the wife and go to another place because they feel that is nice. Meanwhile, it's just short term. After that, you start seeing the real colors. Right? Yes. So see, let me encourage you and challenge you. If you want to rise to the top, be good at this habit. There are some of you that the path where you are right now is the path to your destiny manifestation. There are some of you that you even left the path of your real destiny manifestation because you thought it was hard. And you are looking for the easy path and you are even on the wrong path of your manifestation and you are struggling. And they take the help of God and revelation for you to go back to your path. There are some of you in your path right now where maybe in a part maybe where you're working right now or the business you're running, that is where you're going to manifest your full potential. But yes, there are difficulties. You may not look on the other side, things are very easy there. Let me go there. And when you go there, you now leave the path. And when you go there, you now see the real things in that other place. You now go and see the real frogs that you need to be eating there. And maybe the frogs there are more ugly and more fatter than where you left. And there, maybe the future is not as bright as where you are. Or you leave a good business that you could have been doing. You feel that no, the other business is so nice, easy. When you now abandon this business, you close it down and take a small capital, go and put it there, and then it drowns and disappears because you thought it was like many people have done that, like with Forex and this funny online investment. I'm sure some of you must have done that here. You close your business or you close your account, funny, you got invest money, some you felt that it was easy to make money there. And then boom, the frog there is more uglier and bigger than where you're coming from. Because you don't have the attitude of running from eating the frog. Have the attitude of eating all the frogs in your path and going forward. That's how you manifest your destiny. If Jesus was not able to eat the frog on his path and fast for 40 and 40 nights, go to the difficulties, he would not have manifested his fullness as the Son of God. If Joseph was not comfortable at eating the frog from the pit to the palace, to Potiphar's house as a slave, to prison and all of that, before he would not have fully manifested. So I want to challenge someone. I mean, you will listen to me right now. Meanwhile, there are some frogs that you have been avoiding on your path. Maybe you have been thinking that, oh, your life is too difficult because of certain challenges. You want to leave where you are and go somewhere else. You are letting your emotions drive you. You are not being driven by your spirit, by what God is saying, by whether you are living the path where God wants you to be. And let me tell you something I've discovered about God. The path where he wants you to be is always full of so many challenges. Do you know why? Those challenges are not there to kill you. They are there to mature you and train you to get ready for the manifestation he will do with you and through you where you are. There are some of you, the part where you're working right now, don't conclude on yourself based on where you are. The future of that place where you are, or the future of that business where you are, you have no idea where God is taking you to. That there may be some challenges coming here. They are not there to kill you, no. They are there to train you so God can trust you. Because until God trusts you, he cannot entrust certain things into you. Until God trusts you, he cannot entrust certain breakthroughs and next levels. It's the same like man. It's the same like me now. There are certain things that as I keep on trusting the team, that's why I keep on opening up to them the whole dream and where we are going to, and I keep trusting with money and positions and care, any other thing. That's the same way God looks at it. Why do you think Joseph went through all of that? Look at Jacob before he was blessed. He went through all of that. Look at Moses before he was manifesting his destiny. He went to a Pharaoh's palace, keeping the sheep and all. God it's a spiritual principle of training. He needs to trust you before he entrusts into you. So sometimes many times when you're running away from eating your frog or from doing hard things, you are running away from your destiny manifestation. Especially the path where you have once in a time had peace that this is where God wants you to live. And then you allow challenges now to push you away from there. Okay? So repeat the process till you die or till you retire from active work. Be comfortable, being uncomfortable at eating the frog. That is doing hard things as far as the path you are in right now is concerned. For some people, you may need to eat the frog for 5 years before you eat your favorite meal. I can tell you that because I know what it means to be on the path for 5, 6 years and there's no green light. The only hope you have is, no, God, this is the path where God wants me to walk on. God trained me from 2011 to 2017. That was my training journey. That's how long it took God before God could trust me and started giving me certain things. Oh, I have something that will tell you guys a real story. God trained me from 2011 to 2017. And I know exactly the day that he said, I can now trust you with certain things. And immediately after that, 2018, I had my first trip out of Africa to the US. Can God trust you yet? That's the power in eating the frog. That's the power in doing hard things. That's the power in going through the process. It's not, don't see it as suffering. Don't see it as suffering. See it as learning. See, that's why, like in my team, when there are challenges, see, if you work with me and I discipline you first before coaching you, they know that you have messed up big time. You have messed up big time. Or maybe there's things that you have outgrown this kind of thing, and then you keep on doing it. The first thing is I try to diagnose, coach, advise, tell, okay, when this happens like this, that's what we need to do, like this, do like this, do like this, do like this. Because I know there's a period of training, of trusting before you can be fully entrusted. There's a period of eating the frog and growing to that maturity where you need to understand that eating the frog is now part of your daily job as an entrepreneur and as a corporate leader. Okay? So don't abandon your destiny because you don't want to eat a frog. Many people have done that and they're struggling. Many people have abandoned blessings. They've abandoned companies where they were supposed to be genuinely blessed. And they go somewhere where they feel it's easy. And they instead struggle for years and years, and then they end up retiring with nothing to show for it. Meanwhile, their real place of manifestation, they run away because of one frog, because of one difficulty. Same for business. The real business where you were supposed to be blessed and challenged, because of little frogs, you abandoned and went somewhere else. You left your full manifestation. It will be hard. That's why I'm saying you need to be okay doing it. I told you guys one time that in my journey so far, 5 good times, I printed my CV to go submit and get a job. And the funny thing is, they were always ready companies to employ me. 5 good times. And I wake up in the morning, I'll change my mind. Wake up in the morning, I'll change my mind. Because there were things were hard. The frogs were too much. I wake up in the morning, something will change my spirit, and I'll focus on eating the frog and doing the hard things and going forward. Imagine I would have gone now to get that. The destiny is attached, because when you achieve your destiny, your manifestation, there are some people's purposes and destiny that will only be fully activated when you fully manifest your path that you're working on, whether as a worker or as an entrepreneur, whatever you have chosen to do. Okay? And I always like to say this as entrepreneurs, even your purpose cannot fully manifest if you don't receive people who are supposed to work or serve with your purpose to enable you manifest. It's a tool. We don't always feel that you are the boss. No. That's why, like for me personally, members of my team, they are my destiny helpers, because they are there to also serve as part of their destiny could be to serve me. So we are serving each other in recent. That's why I always look at somebody who is proud that I'm proud and matching people that, oh, I am the boss and they're somebody. No, you have not grown. You don't understand how, you don't understand spiritual things. You're minimizing somebody. Meanwhile, God has sent that person to be a destiny helper, your purpose helper, because you cannot do everything on your own. That's why when you understand certain things, you honor even your cleaner and celebrate them for the role they're playing in what they're doing. Because at their level, they're serving the purpose. So it's actually a partnership, actually a collaboration, right? Yes. All right, everybody. So I hope you were challenged. I hope you were blessed. And I hope that as you walk your path, as a worker where you are, maybe where you are right now, you are not just working, but you are a destiny manifesto. You are put where you are by God to contribute, and that is your part of light. And maybe you don't know. And sometimes you may feel discouraged. Maybe you're working with a terrible boss, a wicked boss. Sometimes you don't understand why God is putting you there. Maybe he's training you and getting you to a dimension where he can now entrust certain things into you. Okay? Then maintain that attitude of eating the frog and doing hard things. Maybe you have business right now. Things are not going the way you should expect it. One of your major responsibilities is to keep on eating the frog or doing the hard things. Because as you keep on doing that, that's why you're growing in maturity. That's how God is trusting you. That's how you're becoming better and equipped and a good professional or a good entrepreneur, which will now earn you the right to fully get paid or serve kings and queens and make more money for your business. Okay, repeat the process and avoid getting too excited to feel that life is easier on the other side. No, there's no easier side. It is only people who have mastered the art of eating the frog and doing hard things and making you feel that it's easy. It is not easy. All right. Thank you so much and be productive.